Hey friend, welcome to another video on this channel. I have a fat mop brush that we're slopping some pale pink color on the paper. To begin with, I will be painting butterflies today. Butterflies in a very loose, very fun, whimsical style. So right now it looks like I'm painting two circles, which is true. That's what I'm starting out with for the shape. And I'm going to be utilizing wet on wet technique pretty much the entire time for these butterflies. So I'm just kind of creating shapes first and adding color and letting it bloom, letting it blend. We've got orange and a pale pink together. And we're going to take these wonky looking shapes and we're going to turn them into butterflies. So now I'm using my size 16 brush and some orange. This is Pyroli orange, and doing these longer oval shapes next to each other. I've been loving the really cute, kind of childlike, whimsical style lately for illustration. I've been writing a lot of kids' books. The inspiration for kids' books has been coming from our move to Portugal and just like the past couple of years of being a mom. And I've written a few kids' book stories that I've also been illustrating and showing more of the process on my Instagram if you want to check it out. But none of the books are available just yet, or actually I'm not sure if they will be at the time of posting this video, but I've been loving discovering the style for these kids' books. So I'm playing with this style for a kids' book that I'm writing. And basically a butterfly is in simple form a heart shape on top and a heart shape on bottom if you do the four-winged butterfly. And I'm just going to mix up maybe mix in some dragonflies and butterflies together. But all we're going for here is really stunning color combinations and the beauty of watercolor, which is wet and wet technique. That's the best part. It doesn't really matter what the shapes look like, if they look uniform or not. That's not the goal. The goal is playful and to showcase that stunning element of wet and wet technique. And this video was filmed when we were still living at my parents' house this past summer, the summer of 2025, while we were waiting for our visas to move to Portugal. We were living at my parents' house in California. So we had an outside film set up, which was a bit challenging, to be honest. There was all the elements that we had to deal with, like moving shadows and light and barking dogs next door. So we weren't able to do the audio in person for this video. So I'm now recording it from our new house in Portugal. We are officially moved and we're absolutely loving it. Miles is loving his new school. He's made tons of friends. We've made friends, and it's just been a really beautiful new season of life that we've started. And painting these butterflies, I know for everyone, butterflies kind of represent this metamorphosis element of life, and they're used quite a lot in the metaphor of metamorphosis. And while we were living at my parents' house this past summer, my mom raises monarch butterflies. She has a lot of milkweed in her garden, and she raises the caterpillars until they become monarchs, and then she sets them free so that they're protected and all of that, since the species is kind of in danger. So we were surrounded by monarchs this summer and butterflies, and it felt so symbolic of what I felt like I was going through on an individual level, of changing and morphing into a new version of myself in order to welcome in this new season of life. I felt like there was a lot that I needed to leave behind me, a lot of the hustle, a lot of the just being productive at all times mentality that I had carried with me through my 20s in order to build this business, this art business that I have, and this YouTube channel and all these things. And moving into a new season of life where I'm able to slow down a lot more, be more present, and be more hands-on in both my relationship with myself, but relationship with my son Miles and my husband John and all the things. And so you think just hitting the brakes and slowing things down and getting rid of your Southern California mortgage and all of that is all you need in order to slow down. But it also is it's something that needs to happen in the internal landscape as well. So I found that my mind was still racing a lot, even though we no longer had the same expenses or the same output that was required of me for my business. I still had this mentality of hurry and rush. And so this past summer, while we were at my parents' house, I spent a lot of time really working, unlearning things, rewiring thoughts that kind of just creep up on you without you even noticing. And, going through my own metamorphosis in a way, which life just kind of naturally leads us to these seasons of big changes, and we can change with it and go with the flow, or we resist it and we become small and shrivel. So these butterflies are just kind of that loose, messy representation of a really important season in my life. And so if you are finding yourself in some sort of season of change or a new chapter or metamorphosis, something very therapeutic and peaceful to do is just painting really simple shapes, adding in little bits of color, contrasting color or similar color, something that blooms really easily and nicely, and painting wet and wet butterflies, because why not? It's a good practice in brush control. It's a good practice in wet and wet technique. It's a good practice in shapes and understanding shapes. And I'm just changing up all the different wing shapes and playing with it and having fun. A lot of us have become so serious about our art practice and what needs to happen or what it needs to look like. And I find that it's the same thing with our lives. We become so serious about what needs to happen and what it needs to look like that we forget to play sometimes. Obviously, there's a time and place for everything, but I do believe that play is absolutely imperative for keeping our sanity and our flow. Cupric green is a fun, really aggressive bleeding color, so I added it to a lot of these butterflies, by the way. And now I'm going in with a brush pen to add the body of the butterfly. Again, we're keeping things playful, we're keeping things whimsical. This is more so about getting into flow, finding the shapes and a little bit of a practice, and then you can, if you want to, go back and refine things in the next sheet of paper. That's what art is all about. Nothing is perfect the first time you do it. And I find that a lot of times, and I totally understand, you're here on this channel to learn things, to gobble up tutorials and to follow things in a kind of robotic step by step way. But I wanted to show you guys the true process behind some of these things. I don't always do things perfectly. In fact, I oftentimes don't do them perfectly. Most of the time, especially the first time, the first draft is always messy. There's always something to refine and to tweak. I think this is coming out cute, but there are things like the top left butterfly where there's some cauliflowers happening, or the shape is a little bit messy, stuff like that I'm noticing, and that's totally fine. This is the first draft. So I wanted to show this too, because as someone who posts content on the internet, what's expected of, and just by nature been created throughout the years that we've had platforms like YouTube and Instagram and social media and all this, is we're so used to perfectly created and curated content that we forget that people mess up, or forget that people have a messy middle or messy beginning. And I'm just not about that anymore. I want to show the real stuff. I want to show, even if it's the first draft of this butterfly painting and it's not like the messiest thing you've ever seen, but I want to show the process more. I think that that's really important in the progressiveness that we have with AI and technology, and how refined and perfect everything's looking and filtered and all of this stuff. And I just think it's really important to keep as close as possible to the human stuff. Keep really connected to your humanity, really connected to the humanity of others so that we can see that they're also human, and that they do things imperfectly the first time as well. I think that that's way more valuable than just seeing the perfected result or outcome of something that's maybe frustrating for a beginner or someone who's never painted butterflies before to see, wow, they were able to paint that. And it seems like it's the first go, but it's really not. And then you get frustrated in your practice, like, why am I not doing it? How the teacher's looks. So this is a part of the process. It's wobbly, it's shaky, but it's also really cute and it's human. It has a human touch to it. It's not done by AI. It's not done by a computer. It's not lacking in the human touch department. And I think that's what's so special about art, about any medium of art. It could be ceramics, it could be jewelry making, it could be painting, drawing, etc., is that human touch. And the more and more we dive deeper into AI and dive deeper into technology and all of these things that are happening and evolving around us, the more imperative I believe it is to come back to our humanity and to come back to the human touch in our art. So I love that. I love jewelry that's imperfect. I love art that's got its human touch. It's got wobbly lines, or you can tell that it was done by a human. So all of that to say, butterflies are fun. I hope you learned something from this video today. It's really just wobbly shapes that I'm adding wet and wet technique to, some spots, some dots, nothing too complicated. And then I'm going back in to clean up the outside of my shapes to add like a little simple border with thicker, creamier consistency color and my size 2 round brush. All of the supplies that I always use ever and always in every single video are always linked in the description of every single video. So if you're wondering what I'm using, you can check it there. And over here, I had a little spill of some color that I'm just, if you ever do this, I'm adding water to it, clean-ish water to it, and blobbing it up with a clean paper towel to quote unquote erase it. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed. Go get out there, get messy, add your human touch to the world, and I'll see you in the next video.